2.5. Okay, how do you tell female from male?
The white tail.
Oh yeah.
Too much miles about the same size.
Right.
And it's soft there.
Oh, she's ticklish too.
Oh, it's thickness, yeah. I'll show you the difference between the male. Drop the light in. Okay. The male.
Yeah.
Has a narrower tail.
Oh yeah.
Taper.
Yeah.
And it's hard. Where the female was soft.
Right.
It's hard, eh?
It's hard to understand.
Just like, male, female. Hard swap, Bag.
What are you drinking, Papa?
Is this going to be good for your parents? Boy.
Yeah, you gotta take it in the bag. It's running down her chin and everything.
Don't waste it, for heaven's sakes.
Good as lobster.
It's good as lobster?
Well, don't
Not in the morning, it won't be.
Good old Cape Breton silver.
I think I've been baptized a Cape Bretoner.
Yeah, you're officially Cape Breton
There
now.
you go.
Take it out.
Okay, that's
Official
not
Cape
off.
Bretoner.
Hmm?
That's enough of their foolishness. Look at that. Look. There's a dollar.
Wow. Is this your poison?
Yep.
Yeah? So,
It's our newborn.
is that your newborn?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
1744, and we're at war with the English. English spy? Hope not, but we're hanging all the spies tomorrow. Not French officers who are coming here today. Go look inside. See how the houses are built, how the people live. It's called spies. Bonjour, Sergeant. Alors, les Français et les Anglais qui sont passés. Oui. They all go in. C'est bon.
Bien, pour les Français, quelques règlements de ville avant d'entrer. We do have a few town rules before you go inside today. Pour votre propre sécurité à l'intérieur, on vous demande de ne pas vous aventurer au sommet des murs. Ils sont très dangereux, mais c'est facile à monter par l'intérieur. Si vous montez les remparts aujourd'hui près des canons, regardez un peu. Soyez prudents, les extérieurs sont très hauts. En ville, vous êtes libre à visiter toutes les maisons, auberges et autres cabarets où vous serez les bienvenus. Et les portes de la ville se ferment ce soir à 6 heures. Si on vous trouve à l'intérieur après cette heure-là, sans propre autorisation, vous serez appréhendé et vous passerez une nuit en prison. In English, while you're inside today, we would ask you not to venture to the very tops of our walls, the grassy areas, or into cannon embrasures. They're very easy to get to from inside, but they're also dangerous. If you do go up to the ramparts today near the cannon to look around, please be careful. The outside walls are very steep. In the town, you may visit any of the homes, inns, or cabarets where you will be welcomed. And the gates behind me will close tonight at 6 o'clock. If we do find you roaming the streets after that time, we will be forced to arrest you and take you prisoner. Is that all right? Not too tough to follow, I guess. You have lots of time. Very good.
English, Jeff. Really?
I don't know. Christmas maybe?
Didn't fire.
Huh?
Didn't fire. Now they're trying to figure out what to do.
Oh, the English take over.
That's right.
They have to go scare them off with their music.
Where? I'm not going to see this cannon go past. Where can it
Right straight ahead, right there. See that white man's cap? See the white man's cap right there? You look right after it. Down, down, down. Just
Oh, yeah, that was just Bobby.
No, Tyson, that's not her.
yes, that is.
This is
Well,
Bobby.
you guys just lifted up her head. That's Mom. I know it for sure.
Yeah, it's Mom, and I can see Bobby.
Yeah, I see Bobby.
Okay, follow my
And
arm
the kids
down.
are sitting on the ground.
Okay, you see how there's that big puddle, and there's the guy with the camera going like this? Okay, now look straight. Straight down there.
She's got a striped shirt on here standing up tall.
Yeah?
Where's behind the fellow with a white cap and a gray jacket?
He married the daughter of one of the wealthiest merchants in Lewisburg. Her name was Marie Charlotte Bernard. So he wanted a home that would reflect his social status. And you even see that in his garden. In his garden, the space between the beds is really wide. So that's really good. So we've got a building. But inside here today, we've got a modern civic building. Remember how I was saying that Prince Edward Island and Cape Breton Island formed the French colony known as L'Île de Close to the altar. Those are for the two most important men, the governors, Deaconess, and the civil administrator. A little bit behind we have benches. They were for the members of the Court of Appeal. And upstairs was the balcony for the officers and their wives. The soldiers stood up in the back and
They catch him. How will he get back out?
You outrun things, so let's do.
Like he can tunnel. Can he, Mom?
These black teeth. Look at this pretty black teeth. They don't get very big.
He looks very young. What is that? Is that a fox? How did he get in here?
He lives here.
The fox lives here? Oh, that fox lives here.
No, we should not come down.
First thing you would have done is shimmy it up. Pour the remainder of the powder down the barrel. If you had a ball, you could wrap the ball in the pin together. Then remove your ramrod gently. In a battlefield situation, you stick the ramrod on the ground and wrap it in. A good soldier can expect to fire 3 shots a minute or once every 3 seconds.
They're watching him load his gun.
What's she gonna shoot us?
Effective range was 50 yards. That's not to say that the ball would travel.
Vous jouez bien, madame?
Thanks, Carter. Appreciate that.
Ricky, get all the stuff out in these things.
this pile lifted. Do you want them now or don't eat anymore? Or? That's okay, Gary. Just keep down. You've had practice in the mine.
Oh my, it's very hot anyway.
How did it go those cars and stuff?
Because after you put in the power pit, people will start moving good.
Where's the power plant?
Want to show you the power pit? Their power pit.
Who's that city?
I'm gonna put in a power plant.
Yeah.
You guys, can you go to my city now?
Yeah. Why don't you all work in the same city?
What?
Why don't you all work in the same city?
Can you work on my city?
You give it to Daddy. Daddy will hold it for you. Don't let it fall on the floor.
Well, thanks.
I mean, but then again, what the hell, why not? Just
Oh gosh.
Blueberries, you don't have blueberry
Talk
time
about
now.
only people.
This is not good for little kid viewing.
What I'm going to do here tonight, I'll start off by saying how really happy I am. Jean said for me to say that I'm so happy. I am so happy. Jean said for me to say this. I am so happy to be here that I just heard inside. What I would like to do now is for everybody to pick up their glass and we'll propose a little toast.
Gotta go get my glass.
Come on, can we stand up, Betty? Okay. Can we propose a little toast here to Wilfred and Lizzie Petrie, who started this whole ball rolling. Okay? All right, Gillette. Okay, Michael, you're on. Now, you can try to come back and then when we're really stuck with call Bob.
CD and all points in between, I think, and for me it's been real special so far, and I'm having a great time, and it's just, for me it's just great to be here. I'm enjoying it, you know. Anyway, I don't know what order these names are, and like I say, if you want to, you know, come up here, or you just want to stand up and acknowledge your family or yourself, please do that, and we'll go from there. Anyway, I've got a list here. If I miss anybody at the end, please let me know. But the first, and don't mind my English, because I know a lot of you probably can't speak Newfoundlandese, but that's what I speak most of the time. You know, being away from Cape Breton, somehow you don't seem to lose this accent. I know I've been in Ontario for 17 years now, and as soon as I open my mouth, everybody knows where I'm from. You know? But you get it confused with the other rock over there, but I straighten them out, eh? Anyway, first we've got Craig, Donna, Kaylin, Connor from Richmond, BC. Welcome home.
I'm glad I started out this time when I got to go first. I just want to say briefly thanks to everybody for making us all feel really welcome here, and I'm just thrilled to have met all the cousins from on this side. Thanks.
And next, there's Karen, Tyler, Tyson, and Murray.
I'd like to say how happy I am to be here. This has been a long time coming, and I've been looking forward to this as a future summer event for many years. I'd like to say a very, very big thanks to Jean and Valerie today, and everybody else who's opened their homes and their houses and their hearts and made us all feel so welcome here, and it really does feel like home. And I'd like to say, I think we should just have one more little cheer here for the people who are no longer with us. I'm sure that many of them are here in spirit and in our hearts, and to those who are in our hearts tonight. Thanks very much, and I think we should do this all again real soon, not so many years till the next time.
Thanks, Donna. Welcome home. And next, there's Paula, Alan, Murray, and Allison from BC.
Go on.
Welcome home. Next. Oh, she's coming. Come on, Paula.
Lose the camera and walk there with her, would you? You can lose the camera and walk there with her.
No.
Here, Alan, you better get up there, buddy. I'll hold this for you. Here, I'll hold it.
Hold it. Got it? Oh, color viewfinder.
I told everybody that the temporary defect. My kidneys fix my eyeballs. But I really wanted to be here tonight. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Paula, and welcome home.
You're next.
And from Ontario, there's Gary and Betty Lee, Candy, Laura, and Christian. Come on up, Gary.
Thank you very much, Michael. I'm Gary Lee. My wife Betty, Elizabeth over here, and this is my granddaughter Kristen. My two daughters are not here. They're in Toronto. They had to work for the summer, but anyway. But we're enjoying this down here. I came down here last year for just 4 days, and I realized then that I wanted to come back, so we're back this year for 2 weeks. And I'm glad that I'm here. And I found out I got so many cousins I didn't even know in Christ. But anyway, she wants to say something. Hang on.
Annie, why don't you come up here?
Okay, anyway, I just want to say, I want to thank Jean. She did a lot of stuff for us and arranged for everybody to come. Valerie, thank you very much for this evening there. We're at your house. And Ricky, thank you very much for that clam dig, even though we didn't get too many, so you owe us a few. No problem. But I'm enjoying it very much, and I want to thank you all, and I hope that we do this many more times to come in the future. Debbie, the other night, that was the best night, I'm telling you. Thank you very much, Debbie.
Thanks, Gary. Welcome home.
Thank you.
And also from Oshawa, Ontario, there's Mike, Patsy, Susan, and Eddie Landrigan.
I'm not just going to talk, I'm going to sing too.
She's a true Petrie.
To be here is unbelievable.
Oh gosh, who said that, Betty?
All the cousins and aunts and uncles.
Are you singing, Patsy?
I think it's mine.
For my children to be here and to see this, my husband, I cannot put into words what it means to be here. And I want to thank everybody. Jean, I hope you get all your sheets and blankets and everything in the trailer, part of the trailer. None of it could have been aired any better.
Hey, I found another way to get
Thank you all very much, and I hope we're going to do it again soon. In BC next time.
Yeah. Thanks, Betsy. Welcome home. I feel like I should be telling folks up here, but my mind's gone blank. So. And if you think this is easy, you come up here and feel the sweat, eh? Anyway, thanks again, Patsy. And now we've got Ricky, Denise, Nadine, and Nicole Quigley from Scotchtown, Cape Breton Island.
Let's have Chris. Hey, Michael, how long do we have the home tonight?
All night.
Is that right? Ricky's going to need it.
I'm very glad to meet all my relatives I never met before. Very thankful. And we had a nice day today, and I hope the rest of you all come tomorrow and have another nice day. And, you know, whatever comes next, as long as you enjoy yourself. I mean, that's the way it goes.
like to thank everybody from the Waterford for putting this all together. I'd like to thank my mother. I'd like to thank everyone for making an effort to travel such a great distance to be here. And I just hope everyone has a wonderful time. Thank you.
Thanks, Jimmy. How come there's 3 Quigleys in a row up here? We got the deck fix Gene. Next we've got Aunt Jean from the Waterford. True Petrie that didn't like an audience.
There you go. Well, I don't know what to say here tonight. I just want to welcome everybody home. I'm glad I was a part of it, making this all possible. And I hope you're all going to go back with good memories. That's all I want. That's payment enough. And we're going to plan it all again for next year. So.
Thanks, Jim. Hi. Hi. Want to speak? Our families are getting bigger here. And next there's my sister, Valerie. And Stan, Brennan. Brennan is in Halifax, so he's not here tonight. We got Leslie, Warren, Garrett, and Andre Poirier from the Waterford.
Hi everybody. Glad you made it. Hope everybody has a good time. And we have to do it again. Not much else to say. Thanks.
Thanks, Valerie. No, it's for me, like I said earlier, it's wonderful to be home, really, and we're talking about this and planning this, I know in my family for months and months, and we've only been home a day, and I've never been happier to be home. I don't know who this next fella is, but he's got a last name as Petrie. Oh, there's 2 of them here. I'd like to introduce you for anybody that doesn't know this gentleman. His name is Robert Petrie from Medina, New York, and also Christopher Petrie. Come on up, Robert. And this is not the time to sing, eh? This is just a...
Hey, we all want to hear New York, New York.
Later. Everybody that was up here so far tonight, I share their sentiments. It is absolutely great to be here. Is that my good side, Bernice? And special thanks to Gene. Okay? Special thanks to Gene. Thanks for doing the laundry today, Gene, and pressing the clothes. Appreciate it. This is Christopher, 10-year-old son, and Robert, who's my namesake, Robert Jr. He'll be in on Sunday with his wife and his newborn child. I'd like to say something kind of special for the Petrie family, and I'm taking this opportunity maybe to speak on behalf of all the Petries and everybody else that's here tonight that will remember certain Petries that unfortunately are not with us to share this great evening, this great occasion of the family reunion. Certainly I remember as a young man, my brother Ralph, that I loved dearly, had a lot of respect for, and certainly he was an outstanding member of our family. And of course, Ralph passed away back in 1966, and I'm sure we thought about him over all of these years. Also, a beloved sister, Viola, who passed away a few years ago, that we'll all remember and wish she was here tonight. And then there's somebody else that I think is kind of special to anybody who ever encountered this individual, even for a short period of time. As a matter of fact, the immediate members of her family pays particular tribute tonight by wearing t-shirts that exemplifies their love and their remembrance of someone as close to them. Olive's son, Olive's daughter, Olive's son-in-law, Olive's daughter-in-law, Olive's on and on and on and on and on. And some smart-ass said tonight, and I can't remember who it was. As a matter of fact, if I did, I'd probably punch him in the nose, because they saw all those t-shirts with Olive's son, Olive's daughter, and they said, "Who's Olive?" We know who Olive is. And my love and my remembrance of my sister Olive and everybody, whether it be Gary or Patsy or Diane, and all of the wives and their children, the brothers and the sisters and the friends and the extended family, I just want to wish Olive all the best, and I wish that she was here tonight. Thank you very much.
Jean's daughter, George. No, Debbie. Sorry, Georgie. I know Georgie a long time, and I know he can handle it. Jean's daughter, Debbie, and her husband, Georgie, and their children, Brittany and Kyle, from the Waterford, Nova Scotia. They told me you'd get a turn name.
I'm not good at talking, but I'll do my best. I just want to thank everybody for traveling so far to come here for this here reunion. We've enjoyed every minute of it, and I hope we can do it again, because we enjoyed it so much. Thank you.
Sorry, I think I'm here off the line dime anyway. What? That's some yesterday later. That's way. Well, anyway,
Thanks, George and Debbie. You see, look at all these names and you see where everybody's from. You know, it's amazing that we all got this distance and we all got here tonight. And it just still amazes me. Anyway, we've got Carter Murray from Richmond, BC.
He got his haircut. He got his haircut.
How long was it?
Somebody said they were leaving the best for last, but apparently not. I guess we're the branch of the Petrie clan that moved the furthest west. And as a result, you know, as my friends and people around me when I was growing up said, where's your relations? You know, do you have any cousins? Do you have any, you know, where's your family? It was, I kind of wondered myself. My mom said, you know, you have a lot of cousins. You have uncles and you have aunts that you've never met before. And I guess until I got here, you know, I didn't believe it. But it's sure nice to see everybody. I thank everybody for inviting us and for putting us up and taking care of us. And cheers. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Carter, and welcome home. Next, from Waterloo, Ontario, my sister, Gwen Petrie.
I have no voice. I'm losing it. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody here and thank you all for being here. This is one of the greatest moments of my life. You'll never know. And by meeting so many of you, it makes me so proud to be a Petrie. Thank you.
Thanks, Gwenny, and welcome home. And next, we've got from Kitchener, Ontario, we got Rose, Matthew, and Eric Head from Kitchener, Ontario. Now I gotta tell a joke, eh? You know, it's amazing, eh? I have a 13-year-old son he's here somewhere, Sheldon is his name. And in the last month, he started getting real excited about coming home. Last time he was here, he was 6 years old, and he didn't remember much. You know, and I told him he was going to meet people and from all over the country, and this country, and New York, and I said, you've got cousins, and first cousins, second cousins, and all kinds of people you've never met. And I started, you know, I grew up hearing stories, and I heard stories about most of my father's family, brothers and sisters, and I mean, most of all, I heard stories about Pa. Well, I mean, who didn't, eh? And you know, one thing I want to say before I go too far is I want to thank the people that carried those stories to me. You know, people like Bobby and Jean and Dear Olive and Viola, who were in Billy. Harry, well, you couldn't get many stories out of Harry, but, you know, Mary Eileen, God bless her soul, you know, you know, those stories have given me something to be especially proud of, you know.
You know any of those stories, Michael?
I know a couple, Bobby, but I'm not going to tell them.
Oh, Bobby!
Listen, I remember one night sitting at Viola's in Toronto in 1970. You know, and I was pretty green. I'd only been in Ontario about a year. And I was sitting there with Viola and Billy, and God knows who else was there that night. And Viola convinced Billy to tell me the story about the Rary. Eh? For anybody that hasn't heard the story about the Rary. It took Billy an hour and a half to tell it to me. Eh? And it was the greatest thing I ever heard. And I was so mad at the end of it because I took it for seriousness. You know, and I mean, and until I got to know Billy and Viola by spending a couple of years in Ontario with them, I knew that most of the time when they started to tell me a story, there was no truth to any of it, you know. But no, there's, oh, here's Rose. I can stop now. I'll tell you some more later.
Okay, my two boys didn't want to come up, so I guess I'll have to do this solo. I
I have two boys that are with me. I have Matthew and Aaron, and I have another son and my husband. I have to leave in Kitchener, and I really wish they could have been able to come and share in this moment, because the people that I've met since I've come, who I never remembered, I will always remember from this day on. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Rose. Welcome home. Yep, there we go. And from the great town of Waterford, Nova Scotia, we've got Colleen, Eddie, Jennifer, and Melissa Warburton.
Hello. I'm going to try to say something and see if I can get it out. I'm a Petrie. I'm Ralph's daughter, and I'm just sad when he passed away. I always wondered what life would be like if he was still here. And now I know. These people really make me feel like he's still here and I'm a Petrie. Thanks.
Thank you, Colleen, very much. And next, we're getting to the end, so you can bear with me a few more minutes. We'll have this closed off, and then we'll try and go somewhere else with this. Oh, well, I got next anyway. He's not on the list, but I know they's here, and it's my brother Jim, and his wife Donna. And he's got some children called BJ and Carla, and somebody help me out here. And Lisa, yeah. Come on up, Jim.
Hi. This is Lisa. I don't know the other four probably downstairs. Donna couldn't make it. But on behalf of my family and that, I want to say thank you for coming. Hope you have a great time. And it's very, very nice to meet you all. And next one I'm going to go over, I'm definitely coming from Richmond.
Thanks, Jimmy. For anybody, any families or, oh yeah, oh God, yeah, well, darn near forgot her. Yeah, there was a few here. She'll be here, she'll be here. Yeah, okay, and well, before we get to Lena in here, I'd like to introduce you to a very fine lady from New Waterford, Ontario. New Waterford. I think she's back in Waterford to stay. Introduce you to Bernice, my mother. Come on up, Ma. Let's begin.
I don't know what to say, but I'm glad that everybody made it home for this reunion. I'm happy to welcome you all, and I'm sure that Ralph is looking down on us tonight. Thank you.
Thanks, Mark. It's good to be home. And next, we've got another one of the Ross Trout. Got Talina Petrie, my sister. Come on up.
I'm not very good at this, I'm really not. No, I took the Christopher leadership course. You're familiar with it. When I first heard that you guys were all going to be coming home from the reunion, I thought to myself, big deal. It's no big deal to me because I live here. And I said I couldn't understand why everyone would want to get together. I guess because I did, I don't know. But now I see why. And I'm just so happy and so proud to have met everyone all over again. And as much as I love to see Teresa, she reminds me of Olive. And I wish with all my heart she was here. And I see Karen and I remember her. And I just think it's such a wonderful thing. I really do. I wish my son were here. He's in northern British Columbia. And maybe someday you people will get an opportunity to meet him. And I just want to thank you all for coming. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, very much. It's good to be home again. It's good to see you again. Anyway, is there anybody else that I missed, or anybody's family that I missed? Well, that's good. So I guess I didn't introduce my family yet. So Teresa, she gets two turns here, right? Come on, Teresa, come on. And Jimmy also. My memory's going on me, boys. We gotta get this over with quickly.
Great, Michael. Jim wants to say something first before I do.
You're double crossed. I heard somebody mention a little bit earlier that maybe one of these get-togethers would be in BC. Well, that worries me a little bit. I never heard anybody mention anything about BC silver. We're going to have to invite Rick to come out a week early. I better tell you how I came to be tangled up with this clan. It goes way back to not very long after the Second World War. I had come back from overseas, and I wound up in hospital, and I was recovering from the anesthetic after some surgery, and I was just sort of half conscious, and I hadn't got my eyes open yet, and but I poked one eye open and sort of peeked up like that, and I could see a couple of young nurses standing at the foot of my bed, just to one side, and they didn't know I was regaining consciousness, but I could hear one of them saying, "That one's for me." That was the shorter one, the two. And the other one said, "Gun out of here." I got my eye on him. Well, I figured that one's going to be a challenge, so I better look into this. And I did, and she's been a challenge ever since. That was my first brush with the Petrie clan, and I'm glad to have been part of this tonight. Thank you very much.
Well, there's nothing left for me to say. It's all been said. But, would you like to hear a few jokes? Is Denise here? Could I tell a little Noopy joke, Denise? Okay, this Newfoundlander wanted to get a job. So he called a taxi and asked if they take him down to the radio station. So while they're driving down, the taxi driver said, "What are you going down to the radio station for?" This guy had an impediment in his speech. So he said, "I'm going to apply for an announcer's job." So the taxi driver, kind of had a laugh at that. He said, "Do you mind if I wait here until you come out to see how you made out?" So I said, "No problem." So he went in, and he's out, of course, looking split, he's coming down the stairs. So the taxi driver said, "Well, how'd you make out?" He said, "They're not hiring Catholics today." So since he didn't have any luck here, he decided to go to Toronto. So he's at the bus in Toronto, and he says to the bus driver, he said, "Will you let me out on Water Street?" "What's the matter with the microphone?" No. driver ignored him completely. So they further down the street, and he reached over to the driver and said, "Go Water Street," and still no response from the driver. So the next stop, the guy get up from his seat and turned around and said to the bus driver, "The hell with you," and he jumped off the bus. So this woman sitting beside the bus driver said, "You know, you were very unreasonable. That man asked you a simple question. He said, why don't you let him off at Water Street?" He said, "Why didn't you help him out?" He said, do you think I wanted to get my teeth into?" This is another Newfoundlander. He loved to go on a holiday. So he went down to the travel agent. He said, "I'd like to go on a holiday, but I don't know where to go." Oh, the travel agent said, "I tell you, go to Spain. Good value for the dollar there. A colorful place." He said, "Go there." He said, but I don't speak Spanish." He said, "But I don't speak Spanish." "Oh," he said, "no problem. Just speak very slowly." So off he went to Spain. First night he's in there, he's going down the street, he came to a pub. He met the pub and he said to the guy, he said, "Could I have a beer?" So the bartender said, "What kind? Local or import?" So he said, "Local." So the guy gave him the beer, no problem. So he did pretty well there. The next night he's down in the same area and in the same pub, asked the same question, "You want another beer?" The guy said the same question, "Do you want local or import?" He said, "Local." So while the guy is drinking the beer, the bartender said, "Where do you come from?" The newbie said, "I come from Newfoundland." He says, "Well, I come from Newfoundland too." So the newbie said, "Well, why, Jesus, if we both come from Newfoundland, what are we speaking Spanish for?" One more. These people are sitting around in an old folks' home, and this guy said to the gal, "I bet you don't know how old I am." She said, "I do." He said, "Well, how old am I?" She said, "Well, come on in this little room and I'll tell you." So there was a little room adjoining the lounge. So they both went in there, and he said to her, "Okay, then how old am I?" She said, "Well, pull down your pants." So I pulled down the pants, and she said, "Now pull down your underwear." So down they came. She looked at him. She said, "You're 84. He said, "Exactly. How did you know that?" She said, "You told me yesterday." That's enough for me.
Thanks very much. Yeah, they haven't forgotten me either, right? We figure people are getting tired of hearing me now. Anyway, I'm not on that list, but I'm here, thank God. Good. No problem. Whoever wants to get up here, right? Anyway, you're getting to be a Petrie for sure. And last but not least, I want to introduce you to my wife, Louise. And I think Sheldon's downstairs with his cousins. Seems to be enjoying himself. He don't want to be around me, so. Anyway, my name is Mike, and Ralph was my father, for anybody that doesn't know it. And thanks, Teresa, for keeping Wilford and Olive alive with your humor. I know it runs deep in this family, and I'm proud of it. I have people that look at me, some of the people I will share this with you, some of the people that I work with think that I'm a riot. You know? I said, listen, boy, if you could meet my family, eh? You know, and hopefully somebody that's got a tape of this, I'm going to get a tape and bring it back and show them some of the people. And I want to echo one sentiment. You know, I was just sitting here, or standing here thinking that all of my fathers, brothers, and sisters, I've been in their houses and in their homes right across this country, especially in Ontario, you know, in Montreal. When Bobby lived in Montreal, I spent a Christmas with Bobby, and you know, and I don't like to pick out favorites, but I gotta tell you that Olive was my favorite aunt. Okay? No doubt about it. And I'm proud of that. And when I think of her, I think of her very fondly. And I often think about her, let me tell you. And you know, I'd never been to the West Coast. In 1984, we landed on Teresa's doorstep for 3 days. And never felt more at home in my whole life, you know. And I don't even know, Teresa, if I ever said thank you, but I want to thank you for that from the bottom of my heart. It was a special time, and I love BC. I only was there a few days, but I loved it, and I hope to get back there. I don't know, you know, I'm going to wrap this up, but there's nobody in this family, and I got to tell you this, and this is true from the bottom of my heart, there's nobody in my aunts and uncles or my first cousins, because I don't know the rest of you very well. Kyle. Hopefully that'll change. But my first cousins, people like Gary and Patsy and Carter, who I remember like it was yesterday when I saw Carter walking in today. And you know, people like Jean and Teresa and Bobby, you know, and the ones that are not here, you know, Harry and Billy and Mary Eileen. You know, when I think of those people, and like I said, I think of them fairly often. There's not one person that there's a bad feeling or a bad memory that goes with it. And for me, that's real special. Okay? And I say that with all honesty and sincerity, you know. And I miss some people that are not here, you know. I really do. I feel a deep loss for people who can't be here, people who are no longer with us, and people who are too far away or for whatever reason couldn't make it here, and for the people that are sick and couldn't make it here, because there's some of those too, eh? And I think we're real fortunate to be here tonight. And I want to, you know, before I want a special thanks to the people who came from British Columbia, because I know how far it is there. And I really want to say thank you for coming. You made, you know, when I heard this was going to come off, and when we started getting serious in Ontario about it and thinking that we were going to come down, and I kept asking my sister when I talked to her or my mom, you know, who's going to be there? Who's going to be there, you know? They said, well, I don't know, we'll ask Jean, you know? And they said, oh, well, you know, Donna's coming, and Paula's coming, and Carter's coming, and Teresa and Jim are coming, and then they told me Gary and Patsy are coming. I said, no, they're lying now. I know they're lying now, you know? Yeah, I hope you come next year too. But anyway, it was almost like a dream to get home last night and then to find out that everybody was here that was, you know, that said they were going to be here. That blows me away, you know, and people that come for you know, 5,000 miles to be here. I'll always hold this night and use people deep, you know, special spot in my heart. And thank you very much for being here. You made my day.
This by no means is the last word. Michael had the last word. I think that we all get up tonight and we expressed ourselves to the best of our ability. And some of us were, you know, a little shaky about what we were saying. We were nervous and standing here, and we said what we thought we should say and so on. But believe me, no one has expressed themselves more sincerely and more naturally than Michael. And I think we should give him a round of applause. He's good. He's good.
The things Paul did. Following here with still very good feelings about him. That he only did it because he had a good sense of humor. So did you know that a fella come in the barbershop, you know, like Mike Hinchy, you know that name? He come in the barbershop, and you know, then in those days, people used to go like Mike Hinchy and put it on, you know, he's in charge of put it on the cuff, Will, you know? You know what I mean by that? Put it on the cuff. He'd pay it when he got around to it. So one time this fella came in the barbershop, and he was one of those type of guys.
Hey, Robert, move.
So he said, I can tell you about what's going on. Okay, listen, I'm not going to bother you. Have a break. Have a break, he says. Okay. Okay. So anyway, this guy came in the shop one day. He wanted a haircut. I wasn't in very good mood. What does that tell you? That's great. It's just good natured. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear stories about Pop.